In this video, I'm going to show you how to advance some of the basic commands maybe that your dog already knows, such as sit and down. And I'm going to be working on the down today with this puppy here, who he knows how to down for the most part in most situations, but he does not know how to do it when I'm far away. And so you may notice that with your dog, every time you ask them to sit or ask them to lay down, they always want to do it right next to you. And what we want to do is teach our dogs that if our dogs are 20, 30 feet away, that if I say down, they learn to drop in that spot without trying to move toward me. I'll go ahead and show you a clip of what I mean. Down. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing that, there's a couple different ways to do this. One way that I'm going to recommend you try first is to tether your dog to something. Now you could start off inside the home. Maybe you could tether the dog to a heavy piece of furniture or a doorknob. So I'm going to show you this. So you're going to tether the dog and walk them out to the end of that tether. Down. And now he doesn't quite know it on a verbal cue only, so I'm going to help him out with a hand signal. Good. I'm going to say good, and I'm going to toss that food. Okay, so you're going to mark it with good when they do it, and then you're going to toss the food out. This helps the dog learn to get back up out of that down position or out of that sit position if you're working on sit, and then you can redo it. Or at least try to redo it. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move away a little bit further. Okay, so instead of staying right next to him, I'm going to step out here. Down. Good. And toss. Oh, good boy. Get it. Now I'm going to move away a little bit further. Down. I'm going to help him with the hand signal. So there, he did not do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step in a little bit closer and help him. Down. Good. And you may find with your dog when you're tethering them, to tether them a little bit longer tether than I have. I'm using a pretty short tether because I want to keep in my video frame here. Down. Good. What a good puppy. That was good. I'm going to do one more a little bit further. Down. Good. Very nice. Good boy. And then I'm going to release him off the tether. Okay, so that's the first step. We start off with tethering the dog, asking the dog to lay down when you are standing next to them, and then slowly increasing your distance by giving the command. As soon as the dog does down or sit, you're going to say good, and you're going to toss that food so the dog has to get up out of position to go and grab it. Once your dog is able to perform the sit or the down while they are tethered and you are, say, 15, 20 feet away from them, you're ready to move on to the next step. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this dog off leash. I've got some food in my pocket and I'm going to be cueing the down, but I'm going to be moving away from the dog as I do it. As soon as he does it, I'm going to say good and I'm going to toss the food. So let's watch how I do this. Down. Down. Help with the signal. And so this is good because he's not coming to me. He doesn't know what I want quite yet. I'm going to move up, down. Good. Okay. So there I had to move up closer to him. pretty normal when you're just now starting to transition to this phase. I'm going to do it again. Down. Down. Good. And we toss. Okay, so I want the reward happening in the location that the dog is downing rather than releasing them to me and feeding. Good. Now that time I did not cue the down, but he did guess what I wanted, so I went ahead and fed it. Down. Good. Okay. And so I recommend having food in your hand so that you can toss that reward out as soon as the dog hits the down. Down. Good. So notice another thing that I'm doing is when I'm asking the dog to down, I'm keeping my feet moving as I ask it. Because up until this part of the training process, we've always been saying down or sit with your sitting still or standing still. So now it gives the dog a different picture to look at. So again, watch how I keep my feet moving. Down. Good. And toss. One more. Down. But let him think about it. Down. Good. Now when the dog is in this early learning phase, this is one time that I will occasionally repeat the command for this process, all right? But he did really well, exactly what I want him to do. He's starting to learn now that when I say down, don't come running toward me, start to lay down in your spot. So I want you to work on this with your dog. You start off by practicing tethering them and then practicing this technique that I just showed you. All right, I'll see you in another video.